welcome back to my channel. I'm Pam with Pam I Am, and thank you very much for joining me today. It's been quite a while since I've done any videos. You may have noticed it's been quite quiet on my channel. I've been in not the best headspace. I think we've all been struggling the last couple of years. It's been a heck of a time. So while I was doing this video, I thought I might as well talk to you about it a bit. I've noticed a number of people have been talking about mental health lately, and I think it's not the worst time to be doing it. We've seen so much in the last 2 years, whether it's the global issue that's going on or the situation in Ukraine, the lockdowns, the illness, the anxiety, everything that's been happening worldwide. It's been really rough. So I thought I would talk about my situation, not go into detail obviously, but just how I've been feeling, and maybe somebody else can get a little bit of the knowledge that they're not alone, that this is okay. We've all been feeling that, well, others have been feeling the same, and that this is normal. I think in some ways we all knew that this was going to happen, that there would be some kind of a pandemic. If we look through history, the plagues that have happened, the pandemics, go back to 1918, the Spanish flu, bubonic plague, all that sort of thing. It's something that's happened throughout history, and we've looked back, we've studied it, but we're actually living this, and that's not something you can really be prepared for. The impact of it, the uncertainty, the sudden changes to everything we've taken for granted. If you, like me, have had mental health issues in the past, then there's a good chance that you've also realised that this situation has had an impact on your mental health in ways that you perhaps didn't expect. It might have snuck up on you like it did with me, or it might have been something that you noticed happening and hopefully you've done something about it. Personally for me, I was actually trying to get off my antidepressants, which I've been on for a very long time, and unfortunately I've had to go back onto them. The week of my birthday, I had a chat with my GP, and we decided that yes, this was going to be better for me to go back on them and ease myself off them over time. Then unfortunately things changed, and I suddenly realised that I hadn't been taking them for a while, and on discussion with my GP at a later date, she advised me that from what I had said to her, my mental health was not in a good place, and that I really needed to go back on them, and at least take one a day and see how I felt. So I'll tell you what I've been feeling, and maybe I can help someone else out there as well. I honestly thought I was doing fine. I'm an insomniac, so I've never really been a particularly good sleeper, but when I was lying in bed tossing and turning, keeping grumpy awake until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, then finally getting off to sleep, but because I'd going to sleep so late, I would be sleeping in until 11, 12, sometimes 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Fortunately, my kids are all old enough to get up and sort themselves out, get off to school and uni and work and things like that. I had stopped drinking, which was a big thing that I knew I needed to do, which unfortunately didn't help with the night sleeping. Then eventually I had no energy. I'd set myself goals for the day. I was going to do this, I was going to clean that, I was going to go for a walk, get on the exercycle, things like that, and they just weren't happening. There was just no motivation, no energy, nothing. Even thinking something to cook for dinner was a bit of a strain. I didn't even realise that any of this was happening. It was just so insidious. It just crept up on me. Speaking to my GP, she advised me to go back on the antidepressants, as I've already said. She also prescribed to me a sedative, which it is helping, but insomnia isn't something you can just cure by popping a pill. So while yes, I'm taking it every night, I'm still tossing and turning for quite a while. Poor Grumpy is having to put up with that, as well as, everything else going on. I am more motivated. There are videos that I've already filmed that will be coming out. So obviously my antidepressants are now back to working, now that I'm taking them regularly. In fact, I had a conversation with Grumpy and my eldest child that's still living at home last night, and I quite bluntly said to them, how have I been? Have you noticed a change? Am I more stable? And they both agreed that yes, I was back to what they knew me to be before I tried to come off them. And so obviously that's doing its job, and I will stay on the lower dose rather than increasing it just for the sake of increasing it. I do think me not talking to my family was a big deal. It was hard on them knowing that something was wrong, but I wouldn't bring it up. I wouldn't talk to them about it. In fact, my daughter actually said to me last night that it was really shitty of me, excuse the language, were her words, of me not to tell them that I'd been off my antidepressants, because it did have an impact on them. And I agree, it was an accident, but yes, I should have spoken with them about it. I do think if you have anything that you feel is not going right, please talk to your doctor, talk to your family. You can't do it on your own. It's not a sign of weakness. I'm going to admit I don't feel comfortable having this conversation. Even though right now I'm actually literally watching myself clean and talking to a computer. I don't know who's going to hear this. I don't know if someone's going to say something in the comments or mock me or whatever for this, but you know what? Mental health is mental health. We all have issues with it to varying degrees. No one is completely stable. And so please don't be embarrassed. Don't see it as a sign of weakness if things aren't going right. If you're struggling, if you're feeling that you need support, get the help. Talk to a trusted friend, talk to your partner, talk to your GP. GPs see this all the time. They see what we are. They see us at our worst. So hey, a little bit of I'm struggling, I need help. They can get you the help. They can refer you to a counsellor. They can prescribe you the medication. They can keep an eye on your bloods. They've got all of that at their fingertips. So please, if you are struggling, talk to somebody and to get help. It's nothing to be proud of by struggling through, because it doesn't get better by itself. It doesn't go away. And yes, I did pick up the dishcloth the next day. Anyway, if you are someone who is in the position of supporting someone with mental health issues, it's just as hard on you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for being there for them. But don't forget, you need care too. It's hard on you as well. Take breaks when you need to. Don't put yourself on the line to support someone. They will understand that you need to step back sometimes as well. Just make sure that there's something in place so that you can take care of you and they can take care of them. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to this. Hopefully I've helped somebody, or helped somebody to understand somebody else that they know. If you know someone who's struggling, feel free to pass this video on so they can have a listen and know they're not alone. Other than that, you know the deal. Like, subscribe, share, all that yada yada, and I'll see you in the next one.